resonates with the violence that is happening in our country. Or whether it's a celebration, right? It could be the Burmese New Year, and Emil Mint has the poetry to mark those occasions and to kind of bring us together as a community with his poems. So thank you for that, Emil. So please help me welcome Emil Mint.
Thank you, Javier, and thank you, Donnell, for that wonderful, wonderful both poems. They were just wonderful. And I want to welcome Janice also to our campus. Thank you so much. I know you must be a very busy person, but for taking the time to, come to our campus. Thank you to all my colleagues and my friends and my students for showing up. Actually, my heart is very heavy today because many of you may know that I'm originally from Myanmar, and my country right now is in a heap of trouble. So my first poem, I wanted to show that what is happening in Myanmar is not an isolated event, that these events, these sort of things are all related, interrelated in many ways. It's called Time to Make a Stand. Today is the Asian Americans. Tomorrow it could be you. Time to make a stand, or else the hatred will never end. Today is the state of Georgia. Tomorrow it could be your state. Time to make a stand, or voter suppression will never end. Today is Myanmar. Tomorrow it could be your country. Time to make a stand, or the coups will never end. Resolve to fight tooth and nail for truth, justice, and liberty. Let us banish falsehood, injustice, and tyranny. Only then will we ensure for the future peace, progress, and prosperity. My next poem actually, when I heard and when I read about people being shot, students, peaceful protesters being shot in Burma, this brought back these memories. Back in 1988, when I was still in my country, and this actually happened to a friend of mine, to a colleague. So even though it happened a long time ago, it just came back to me, and I wrote this down. In memory of a math instructor in Myanmar. I remember hearing your voice in the classroom next to mine. When I checked, there you were, writing complex formulas on the blackboard and regaling your students with stories to make the numbers come to life. How tragic to hear of your death, shut down in the middle of the street like an animal. Those of us who escaped could do little but hide. Our dusters and pieces of chalk, no match for the bullets whizzing above our heads. Unsung heroes like you will remain nameless until the day forces of democracy can overcome the military. When that day will arrive, if it ever will, remains a question for posterity. I hate to end my reading with these kind of, even though they were heartfelt and very emotional for me, I hate to kind of, just like my classes, I like to end on a positive note. So let me go a totally different route, and I want to share a poem which was actually written in my own language by someone I really value and love, my wife, which I have translated into English. So usually we do the other language first, but I want to read you the English language version first, so that when you listen to her, poetry, you can at least understand it a little bit, right? It's called Worrying Thoughts. Life without my dearest love never seems quite right. I long for her day and night. During each brief encounter, the fear of parting pains my heart and keeps me hurting. Please leave me, let me be. Worrying thoughts, I say, still they follow and cannot be driven far away. So let me end here by reading the original in Myanmar. Okay, I know you cannot understand it, but since you have heard the English version, because I want you to just see the playful use of words. ချစ်သူဝေးလျက်ဆွေးရရများနေဆက်ညဆက်နေရခက်သည်တွေ့ပြန်ခဏတည်ကလည်းခွဲရအောင်မှတွေးမိတာကြောင့်စိုးနှောင်ပြပွေဖြစ်မပြေနိုင်ပြီတောကတွေးတွေဝေးကိုသွားတော့ချော့မော့နေလေအမြဲနောက်ကလိုက်ပါစေ Thank you so much